I get asked all the time, what sort of flight missions do you do out there at the so-called body farm? This video is a response to that question. And here's Grady 1, which is the shed. And we moved the M600 out here because really we needed to keep it in a secure place. And I know a lot of you are thinking, wow, you're going to put it in that shed in the Texas heat. Well, what we did is we put the bird in here, in the case, and we took all the batteries out, obviously, and those wouldn't do so good in the heat. So we pulled those out. They live with me, along with the controller, and we charge them up whenever we need them. And today is one of those days when we need them. We're going to give it a flight, and we'll go from there. Setting up. Everything set up and set out. And now we get to assemble the bird for flight. And now the batteries. Now we're going to try to set up the mission so we can get some pictures taken with the M600 and the MicaSense Red Edge. And it's interesting because you actually have to use your smart device to log into the little network that the camera transmits. And you use the app, the MicaSense app, to set it up and to do your configuration on your camera and set it up so that it takes pictures. You can't use the controller like you'd normally use with an X4S or whatever the other DJI camera is, because it's not fully integrated. So you have to, even though we have the adapters and it's powered by the bird, the control is not there. So what I typically do is I set it on a 3-second time shot. I have to be mindful of where I'm flying so that I know that every 3 seconds I'm going to be taking a picture. So sure, there's some extraneous pictures in there, but that's really no big deal because they're fairly small. They're 3 megapixels, so it's not that hard to sort those out. So we're going to go ahead and get this set up and then see if we can get a mission going using the MicaSense app to trigger the camera. Okay, so as you can see, we're using the DJI Go app to fly this bird because there's really nothing else that will do it. And we have no video feed here, and here's the map. So we've at least got that. So we've got nav, and we'll see what we come up with when we put the bird in the air. Okay, it took us a while to get the auto capture on, but it is finally running, so we'll take off. Clear prop. And here are examples of all 5 bands of the MicaSense Red Edge. It doesn't seem like much now, but with some post-processing magic, we will get to see some interesting results. And now we get to disassemble. And most importantly, we collect the data. I have to admit, having a mobile office like this has been a tremendous blessing all the way around. Doesn't matter what the Texas heat is doing, I can get in my ambulance and turn on the air conditioning, and I can look at my data, and I'm right here on site. I don't have to worry about a thing. I don't have to worry about going to somebody's office or even back to my own home office. I pretty much have everything that I need here. I've got a big screen 4K monitor. I've got my laptop. I've got my Wi-Fi that's set up, streaming. I've got just about everything that I need. Got all my chargers in here, charge my birds. As a matter of fact, once I get this data started uploading through my Wi-Fi, then I'll break out the Phantom 4 Pro and do some full color imagery so we can see what's going on as this Texas spring busts out. Okay, so now that we've had a really smooth flight with the M600, we got our multispectral imagery loaded up. It's in the computer, ready to upload to the server. Now we'll pull out the trusty Phantom 4 Pro and we'll take some 20 megapixel full color images. And the reason we do this is because we want to see what changes are going on in the vegetation in the visible spectrum. Certainly multispectral helps, but we don't have the multispectral vision in our eyeballs, so we want to try to identify as many things as possible on the ground that might give searchers a clue as to whether there's a clandestine grave or not. So here we are, we're now all packed up and ready to roll. Got all our imagery taken care of and safely offloaded onto the laptop. And you know, it's funny, after the winter's bitterly cold weather that we had, the freeze and everything, it's kind of easy to forget what happens out here. You know, it's probably pushing 90 degrees now. And you know, I kind of forgot about the old iPad starting to heat up. And things get a lot hotter, the motors get hotter, and all that has to be considered when you come out here and start flying this stuff, because yeah, it'll get away from you quick. But like I've said, this is some of the best science that I've been involved with since actually NIST, National Institute of Standards and Technology, when we worked on the wildland urban fire interface. And you know, I can't imagine a better place to come out and do this sort of research. And essentially I get to see all the cases that I've been on recreated, and what could we have done better to maybe bring closure a little sooner, maybe help law enforcement a little quicker. And that's what this is all about. We're gonna get that done. And you know, it's just going to have to be an ongoing science. I think all these people that contributed their bodies to allow us to do this it's just incredible. And You know, if it weren't for RP Search Services, my 501c3, quite frankly, I wouldn't be out here either, because you know, this could be an expensive prospect for anybody to do privately. So if you want to make donations, go to PayPal, and they'll be on. Actually, I'll put this on the link. If you want to make a donation, there's a link down below, and we would happily take it, because that's what we operate off of, is donations. The ambulance, the cameras, the birds. You know, our 501c3 is all about research and being able to bring people closure on lost individuals. So anyway, that's it for now, and we'll get you some more later. Bye.